What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video we're going to be playing some top ladder using this new RG deck. So some of you guys have been asking me for a good RG deck for this new meta because there's a ton of Electro Giant, and as you guys know, Electro Giant normally does counter RG, but this RG deck is different. It has Zappies and a building in it, the Tombstone, so it does pretty solid against Electro Giant since you have three pretty good counters to it. Mother Witch just recently got buffed, so she's going to be a lot stronger, especially when paired with Royal Giant, which she already paired well with anyway. Skeleton King got such a small nerf. I mean, 2 skeletons removed. He's easily one of the best cards in the game still, which I'm sure a lot of people already know. So this is going to be a great deck for this meta because there's a ton of, rocket and lightning decks right now. A lot of times it's often used with Electro Giant, but just in general, there's a lot of lightning and rocket in this meta, which Zappies just do a really, really good job against those decks. So before we head in the first game, if you guys would like to support me, you can use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. Do appreciate you guys who do that. So right now we're at 7,307 trophies, 320th in the world. Not like super high up, but not too bad at the same time. We'll try to push up more by the end of the video. Let's get into the first match. Alright, so we're in our first match here against King Storm, and I guess I should say right now, because I know a lot of you guys are going to ask if you don't have the Skeleton King what you should use. So in my opinion, if you want to use an RG deck like this, and you don't have the Skeleton King, a pretty similar variation would be using Giant Skeleton instead of Skeleton King, but then if you're going to do that, you probably would want the deck to be a little cheaper, because obviously Giant Skeleton is 2 more elixir, so maybe instead of the Tombstone, you could put in the Electro Spirit, so that way you have a bit faster of a rotation after subbing in the Giant Skeleton, and I think overall that should be a pretty good variation if you don't have the Skeleton King. But obviously the Skeleton King is going to be... Okay, this is a very interesting... I actually don't know what this is. He's using, like, Bomb Tower with some flying cards, and we saw an Electro Spirit. I don't really know what this is yet. Maybe he's using... Man, I don't even know if I want to guess. But Electro Spirit, this actually could be... I almost want to guess like this. There's a chance this could be a... RG deck? There's no way this could be Graveyard, right? But he's got Bard Barrel. Maybe this is RG. I don't know. Dark Prince. Could also be Golem, I guess, but I'm really, really confused. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what this is. We're about to find out, though, soon, I guess. So, okay, there's the Electro Spirit. Let's just go Mother Witch here. Yeah, we haven't really done anything so far in this game. By how he's playing, I'm kind of leaning towards it being Golem, but I just don't know, to tell you the truth. I really don't know. If he tornadoes this, then I'm gonna, like, assume that's what it is. He didn't, though. So, yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably Golem. Just based off of how he's been... Okay, RG. Okay, so I was thinking it could be that, too. But still a little surprising. I was not thinking it would be RG. So the question, of course, is does he have a Fireball? Because if he doesn't have a Fireball, our Zappies are going to be an incredible counter against that RG. Like, they're just going to do a really nice job against that, obviously. We can go ahead and activate the... Okay, so he's going to Lightning. I'm going to Fireball. We don't hit the Baby Drag, but I guess that's alright. Okay, he goes Bomb Tower. So obviously I can't RG now. We're going to have to be patient here. I think we just set up a Tombstone. So this should be a really good matchup for me because of the fact he's got a Lightning. Whereas if he had a Fireball, it would have been harder. Just our Zappies are going to get like infinite value in this matchup on defense. There really shouldn't be any way for him to break through him. I think if he wins this game, it's going to be by Lightning cycling. I don't know how he's going to be able to get an RG to the tower. It's going to be tricky for him. Okay, this was very good for us. I'm probably going to Fireball this because it's going to be a good opportunity for us to get some damage and force more elixir out of him because you see he had a Bard Barrel as well. I'm going to go RG here. And then this is just going to force defense out of him. He's going to go for a Bomb Tower. Okay, and then he goes Baby Drag like that. So let's go Skeleton King, something that doesn't give him too much lightning value. And then we'll go high Zappies here, just again trying to avoid giving him lightning value. Hopefully we do kill that Baby Drag, otherwise it could be a bit of a problem. Okay, so he's gonna go... I'm gonna go Zappies here, I think. Go RG. We're getting a lot of chip damage there. That's really good. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, we got a little lucky. I was saying that I thought it was going to be pretty easy because we had Zappies, but I don't know if he just played really well or it wasn't as easy as I thought, but either way, we had ourselves a really close game. That was... Wow, that came down to the wire. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Bomb Tower is a solid building against RG because Fireball doesn't, you know, take it out. I mean, and even when the RG shoots it again, it's still alive, whereas against something like a, you know, Tesla or like a Tombstone, Fireball is going to be a lot better against. So I guess in my defense, I kind of have that as an excuse, but I do think it probably is slightly in my favor. He just played it very well and made it very close. All right, let's head into the next one. Okay, so we're in a match here against Firkin. This guy's really good with RG, but because it's earlier in the season, he might not be using it yet. He could be, yeah, using something else. Okay, he's got Bomber, so yeah, it probably isn't going to be RG. It's most likely going to be, well, I would guess Electro Giant, but it could also be Golem since he's got Mega Minion. I guess we'll find out. So we can just go for Zappies here. Okay, he's got Golden Knight, so yeah, this definitely could be either Golem or Electro Giant. It has to be one of those two things, I would assume. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Skeleton King ability. Okay, the dash of the Golden Knight didn't really do anything there, and he goes in for an Electro Giant. I guess we could go for a Fisherman here, and this should be, yeah, not going to get too much damage. And then let's actually RG because he went for that pretty aggressive Electro Giant, and the Fisherman is going to support it. Okay, he just goes in for a Cannon. Let's go for a Mother Witch here on top of this Bomber. Okay, he does Tornado, and he overall defends that really nicely. He only takes one RG hit and a couple shots from the Pig, so yeah, that was good defense on his end overall. But as I was saying in the intro, this deck does do quite good against Electro Giant, so I have pretty, I guess you could say, like, high hopes that we'll win this match if we play well, because we have really good defensive cards for his E-Giant. We got the Zappies, the Fisherman, and the Tombstone, so 3 really solid answers for it. And more likely than not, he also probably has a Lightning, so it's not going to do very good against the Zappies or the Skeleton King. The only thing it does okay against is the Tombstone and the Fisherman if they're both together, but I still think that's not really the best value. I'm going to go Fisherman here. I guess we could activate the ability of the Skeleton King. Yeah, actually, let's do that. I'm going to go for an RG here. And then if he goes in for... oh, wow, okay, so he Tornadoed first. Let's go Mother Witch here. Can log this. RG was about to get a shot. Sadly, it died. Let's just go Skeleton King right now. And then there's the E-Giant again. So we're just going to keep playing Zappies, same lane as it. I'm going to go Mother Witch like this. Okay, nice. It does lock the Mega on the Mega Minion. For a second, I thought it wasn't going to. I might actually this time Fireball the Bomber just because... Oh, nice. We're going to hit the Electro Giant as... Or the... Not the Electro Giant, the Golden Knight. That's perfect. And it actually goes in the other lane. That's super clutch. I wasn't even trying to do that. I knew it was going to hit it, but I didn't realize it was going to go in the other lane. So that was even better than I originally thought. And yeah, as you can see, this is pretty much a full-on counter to what he's using. Like, he pretty much got destroyed. Like, it wasn't even close. So this shows you guys, as I said, like, how good it does against Electro Giant. There wasn't much he was able to do. I don't even know if he has a mirror. If he does have mirror, he hasn't used it yet. So I don't really know. Like, maybe it just wasn't able to find its way in this matchup, like, any way of getting value. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll check after this, or I would assume he probably doesn't have a mirror, but yeah, I don't really know for sure. Let's just check, but I feel like he would have. Okay, he actually did have a mirror. Maybe he just didn't play it the whole game. I don't really know, but yeah, that's a super easy matchup. There's really no way for him to win that. So yeah, let's get into the next one. Okay, we found our next game here against Armando. So we can just go Tombstone here. It's a good starting play, and we could shortly after just use our Skeleton King. Okay, he's got Golem, so this should also be pretty easy. Same with Electro Giant, because again, Golem usually has Lightning, which the Zappies just destroy Lightning decks. So we could just go, yeah, ahead and play our Zappies here. He's going to go for a Night Witch, so good opportunity for us to use our Mother Witch. We probably first need to Fisherman, though, to pull the Golem out of the way. And let's go ahead and activate the Skeleton King ability. Make sure to do that beforehand. Okay, tornadoes everything together. Mother Witch does die, so that was a good, I guess, Tornado Barbed Barrel on his end. But we defended really, really easily. I don't think I'll be able to activate the Skeleton King ability again, but if I had maybe, if it was alive just for a little while longer, I would have been able to. So that's a little unfortunate, but still an incredible start to this game. Look at all that damage we're getting on top of his tower, and he had to go Mega Minion. I'm going to go Tombstone here just to mitigate the Mega Minion shot and also cycle me. So this way, I can go... I kind of, like, wanted to see what he would do. So, like, force Elixir out of him before I went for my RG, but he decided to just Golem, so I'm definitely going to RG to pressure because the Tombstone is going to distract the Golem, and likely we're just going to Fisherman the Golem to the King Tower unless he decides to go for, you know, a Tornado and, like, prevent that from happening. But if he does that, then he won't have the Tornado to pull the Mother Witch in, so we're going to be able to do a really nice job here against these bats, distracting these, and then we can just go for a Fireball here, and we should be able to, yeah, save the tower barely, but we do save the tower. That's what matters. I mean, we were able to take his and also save ours, so I would say that that was a, you know, a good thing for us, that sequence of events there. Mega Minion might actually go in front of the Golem. Yeah, it does, so that's obviously good for us. Going to make it easier to defend. Wonder if we should actually try to... he actually prevented that. That was smart on his end. The, oh, but he tornadoed anyway. Okay, I don't even think he needed a tornado there, so that might have been a little bit of an overcommitment. But that was a smart Barbed Barrel. He predicted our Fisherman, knowing that I would try to pull it, the Golem, into the left lane. But since his tornado's out of cycle, we can RG in the pocket here. He is going to go for the Tombstone, but we should still be able to get one shot, which is going to be solid because we also have this counter push coming in, and at this point we just need one more RG hit and we pretty much win the game. So let's just probably get Zappies down here, knowing that he's probably going to go for a Golem. Yeah, there's the Golem. We're going to go Mother Witch, and it might be better to try to defend here. I don't know, but it might be better than taking a risk and going RG in the pocket, knowing he could just go Tombstone or Tornado. So yeah, that definitely was the smart play. Now that we defended, we could definitely go for an RG. Now I'm going to play it in on the bridge, so this way he can't Tornado it away easily. And he might be able to stop this, but okay, he just missed the Tornado, never mind. So yeah, that's going to be GG. Pretty easy matchup, I would say. I would actually say he played that pretty well. I mean, maybe he didn't play that perfectly, but I just think overall he played that quite well, considering I think it's a good matchup, and there were a couple good Barbed Barrels he did, like one predicting my Fisherman that I was going to pull the Golem with, and then a good Tornado to prevent the Golem from activating my King Tower. Alright, we'll probably play a couple more games. So we're against Nova IPK here, so we could go ahead and go ahead and give him the good luck. And I guess we could just go for Tombstone in the middle. We got Skeleton King. Okay, he goes Barbed Barrel. So I might just go ahead and Skeleton King when I hit 10. Alright, he's going to go Ice Wiz. So this is probably for sure going to be Graveyard. I don't know any deck that has Ice Wizard and Barbed Barrel that is not Graveyard in this meta. So I think here we just go Fisherman. And then as soon as a log is able to take out that tombstone, I'm going to... Actually, a better play might be to Mother Witch here. Oh no, why is that fisherman going in the other lane? That was kind of unfortunate. That was not what I wanted at all, because now that Valk isn't going to get pulled. Okay, that kind of messed up everything. I don't know how that even happened, but that was pretty unfortunate. I'm going to go RG here just to pressure. I think in this matchup, it's good to go pretty aggressive in single, because in double and triple, usually Graveyard, that's kind of when Graveyard shines and tends to, you know, have the advantage. Although we do have Mother Witch, so I don't know if he'll even have the advantage, but actually I think he would. I do think in this matchup, even though I do have Mother Witch, I would say that Graveyard probably does counter in triple, but we certainly have matchup in double and single elixir, I would say. Okay, Fisherman gets a shot. That's actually huge. Skeleton King just to tank here. And then he probably, yeah, goes Valkyrie. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go Zappies. He might poison them, or he might even go Graveyard here. Let's see what he wants to do. I might go RG. This is going to kind of prevent him from going for a Graveyard, because I didn't want him to go Graveyard there, because I feel like that would have been a little annoying to defend. Okay. I'm going to go Mother Witch here. And then maybe we go for a Fisherman, although he blocked that, so that was actually a good Barb Barrel on his end. Let's go Zappies like this. Okay, good. The Fisherman still did pull the Ice Wizard. And we can go RG this lane. And I want to get back to another Fisherman as soon as I can, if possible. I'm going to Fireball this Ice Wizard. And then, okay, wow. So he's actually playing this really well. Like, he's being unpredictable with what he's doing. Like, I didn't think he would have actually gone for... Okay, the Skeleton King didn't go off, but I might get the Elixir back since I activated the ability, and it died, but it looks like I probably won't get it back, unfortunately. I'm gonna go Zappies here. He's being very passive, I notice. Like, that was his very first Graveyard of the game. I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for one earlier. But that is going to be a solid Graveyard, because it gets him some chip damage, and he killed the Zappies and the poison. So I would say that that was a successful Graveyard on his end. But luckily, we still have a really solid lead right now, which is great. I'm going to go RG, opposite of where the Ice Wiz and the Baby Drag are. Kind of the main purpose of this is just to try to force him to have to defend so he can't go for Graveyards, which are going to, of course, be kind of difficult to stop if he has a lot of support cards with it. And now, both of his towers are about at the same, so we could even pressure in the left lane now, which should be good. Go ahead and just Fireball this Ice Wizard for sure. Using good Tombstone, and we actually hit both with that Fireball. That was really nice. Great Tornado, though, on his end. He's actually playing this pretty well. Okay, there we go. That RG got a shot. Nice. Okay, so I was not at all expecting him to go in on this lane, so he kind of juked me out there. That was a great play on his end. He switched lanes when I was not expecting it, but he did not get very much damage at all, so that's good. Let's just go... we pretty much just have to try to make sure to not... Let's see... Oh my gosh. Okay. See what I was saying about how triple is kind of tricky? Yeah, I mean, but single, double is pretty easy, and then, yeah, he was almost able to come back. That got, like, really close at the end. Okay, I'll take it. We got a little lucky. That's the second game that was really close this video, I think. The first game was also insanely close. Okay, Probably play one final game, and I'll see you guys when I find it. Okay, we're in a game here against JWY Love. We'll go ahead and give him the good luck. This will probably be our final game of the video. Start with a Tombstone here. He's going to go Dark Prince, so we'll go Skeleton King. Kind of interesting that he decided to go Dark Prince at the bridge first play of the game, or I guess second play because he cycled a log, but nonetheless kind of a weird play. Let's just go ahead and pop the ability here. See what he does. Okay, he goes Minor. That was definitely a very good ability. We're going to get a... Wow. And it forced a log out of him. Wow. Yeah, that was great. It looks like he might be using a Minor control deck. So it's the one, if you guys don't know who Nate is, the one that he runs with the Inferno, I'm pretty sure. That's what it's looking like because he's got Minor, Dark Prince, and Log. And so far he's used a very fast cycle with skeletons. So this matchup is probably one where we, yeah, obviously want to try to avoid giving him rocket value. That's going to be the most important thing. And even though Zappies are typically good against rocket decks, this is kind of a different type of rocket deck because, I mean, he's got Delivery, which Zappies are kind of weak against. Delivery is going to be a good answer to those. So we probably are going to want to split the Zappies most of the time. And then the other issues I don't ever set to is Inferno. So I don't know what we're going to do to get around. Perfect. Perfect. I'm really glad he doesn't have an Inferno, because if he had an Inferno, I was going to say I think it would have been really, really difficult. So the Tombstone is low-key kind of a decent counter to the Minor, because it kind of just blocks the left lane. So you see he even has to play the Minor in the other lane. So I go RG here because the Tesla is almost dead. And it's a good chance for us to try to get a shot on the tower. He does defend it, though, so we'll play it on his part. Even with the Tesla, it might still be kind of tricky to get through with the RG if he plays well. We just have to kind of see how the game goes, I guess. We don't catch the Minor, but we do... I'm going to RG like this. We can't play it all the way in the back. You don't want to do an RG all the way in the back when you're against someone running rocket, kind of a tip. It's just not typically a good thing to do. I mean, I shouldn't say like you should never do it, but I don't think it's better to not do it, because usually they're just going to rocket the RG, and then since it has less health, they're typically able to just defend. Okay, so he misclicked the Tesla. As a result, we're able to get some shots in with the RG. And this game is going really, really well so far. That Minor is going to get some damage, and I didn't really have a great cycle against it, so that wasn't good. I'm going to go Mother Witch here. Try to catch him off guard. Okay, yeah, we might get some damage with that pig. Yeah, this is really good. I'm going to Fisherman this. He might actually rocket this. I'm not sure. Nah, it looks like he doesn't. And a Tombstone. I didn't really want that to get damage. That wouldn't have been good. Let's go Mother Witch here. I'm going to log. Activate the ability. And he gets a nice delivery. Yeah, that's a good value delivery for him. I'm going to RG in the back now, because he's got so much damage in the right lane to where I feel like if he wants to rocket this RG, I'm kind of fine with it. But as you can see, it loses so much of its health, it's just not good. That's why I don't typically do it. Okay, very surprising that he decided to switch lanes, but actually I'm gonna do it too, because I think we have to. Against delivery decks, it just... I feel like I can't give his delivery too much value if I can avoid it. So we go RG here, and this is probably going to be a pretty close game. I think we should try to cycle... Ooh, that RG got a shot. That's huge. That might actually win us the game if we can get back to a fireball. And actually, even if we didn't, we still would have won. Okay, nice. So really nice win there to end the video off of. There were a couple losses I had early on, but at the end I didn't get any, so no losses this video. Again, first couple games I always make sure are wins because people, if you guys didn't know, don't like seeing losses, and it just really... so I do show them, as you guys know, but just only the ones that happen after the first couple matches. And as you can see, the last 3 games, I won all of them. What I lost to, if you guys are curious, I lost to... This caught me off guard. He actually had that surprise factor. He took my tower really early on because I wasn't sure what he was using, this Joker 007 guy. And he ended up... yeah, he ended up getting a huge lead early on, and I struggled to come back. I thought it was just kind of... it was kind of a frustrating game. Just a really bad start, and then I came back and took his tower, but then because I had to spend so much elixir and overcommit to take it, I couldn't defend the counter push. So yeah, that's kind of what happened that game. He had Fireball for the Zappies, and yeah, not a ton of great air counters. Lava Hound's not that bad, but I think like Loon Cycle can for sure be a little tricky with this sometimes. But anyway, we get to 7,400, 165th in the world. Nothing too crazy for, you know, like my standards, but at least we are going to be higher up than when we started the video by a decent amount, so that's great. Make sure to like the video if you guys did end up enjoying it. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already, and thanks again until next time, guys.